What's going on, everybody? It's Davey from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop. So park your ass right there. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe button. And also, I have started a Patreon account, so in the link down below, it will be in the description. It will be a link to my Patreon account. You can become a member, and you can help me create content. And as a matter of fact, today is the day I would like to thank my second Patreon supporter and my new patron. And today is a video for him. So thanks, Juan at Tavares XP. This video is for you, buddy. Yeah, what he said. Thank you, Juan, for becoming a patron. And today's video is dedicated to you. This is a video for you. And this is what you recommended. Everybody out there, if you want, this could be you. I can be making a video in dedication to something that you want me to review. Now, with that being said, what are we looking at today? Today we are looking at the 2000 classic. I mean, this movie is a 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10, a win and a win. It's Snatched. No, I said Snatch. Snatch from the year 2000, obviously. This movie has an abundance of cast members that are all over the place, but all of them bring that fire to this movie. Now, first and foremost, what I want to do is I want to recommend the film score. The film score in this movie is amazing. It fits perfectly with every single scene that it's assigned to. The most notable songs to me are Golden Brown and the boxing scene, Ghost Town throughout the film, and then also the song called Fucking in the Bushes. Also, they have a song that's by Madonna called Lucky Star, and it plays a very funny part in the movie. So with that being said, this movie, quick synopsis, is basically the beginning of the movie opens up. There's a jewelry heist, and all it is after they do the jewelry heist, it's all about getting the diamond from point A to point B so they could cash it out. But all of these the series of unfortunate events unfold, and Lord and behold, everything just keeps falling apart, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And we are introduced to an abundance of cast of quirky, crazy, ridiculous characters that are fun as hell to watch and are funny as hell. So first and foremost, I'm gonna just talk about my favorite characters in the movie. Number one, Brad Pitt is in this movie. A lot of people love Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is an amazing actor, and if you like him, he's in this damn movie. So he plays a gypsy by the name of Mickey. Every scene that Mickey is in is freaking gold, hilarious. Mima, all of that. Freaking Caravan. All of that. I don't even know how to do the freaking accent, but hilarious, dude. Hilarious. He owns every single scene that he's in this movie as Mickey, hands down. There's no questions about it, right? Also, the ending setup featuring Mickey was phenomenal. Like, it was freaking awesome. And it's funny because I haven't seen this movie in such a long time. When I rewatched it, I forgot all about the ending. So when I saw the ending, I was like, yo, tight. Right, so moving on, we have the trio. We have Soul, the guy from that. I recognize him from Walking Dead. We have Vinny, and we have Tyrone. Vinny and Tyrone didn't do really a lot of huge acting roles. I know they were like extras in certain movies, but it wasn't nothing super, like, it wasn't something noticeable as in the dude that plays Soul in The Walking Dead. These three are freaking comedic gold. Every single scene that they're in is hilarious, right? Anything from their conversations in the car where they're poking fun at Tyrone being the getaway driver, to the scene where they're locked inside of the freaking bookie store, the bookie store. All of it is freaking comedic gold. Even their conversation with what's his name, Bricktop, what's his name? Yeah, Bricktop. So those three alone, every scene that they're in is freaking hilarious. It makes it comedic as right. So moving on, we have Vinny Jones, who I know from Gone in 60 Seconds and Midnight Meat Train, and he's here as a Bullet Tooth Tony. I swear the song that they played when he comes in and he's talking, I think it's in the diner scene or the bar scene when they walk up on him, when the trio walks in on him. That same song that they play, I swear, is the same song from Gone in 60 Seconds. It makes me wonder if Gone in 60 Seconds did it as an homage to this movie. But I swear it's the exact same song. Um, Also, my favorite scene with him in it has to be the freaking replica scene where he points out the fact that they were holding replica pistols. That scene in itself was freaking hilarious. My boy Vinny Jones owns every scene that he has in this damn movie. Other honorable mentions of people that I like, but like it's not something like really crazy. The dude that plays Boris the Blade. The scene where him walking home dazed and confused after getting hit by a car to go get his freaking gun, and him talking like mad gibberish while going to get it. That was pretty comedic as hell on its own. Also, Alan Ford is Bricktop. The speech that he gives Soul and Vinny, that's freaking hilarious. All of his little speeches that he gives in his movie is hilarious. I don't really know many films that the guy that plays Boris the Blade, and Alan Ford have been in, but I know they've been in a bunch of freaking movies, right? Especially the dude that plays Boris the Blade. He's been in like a lot of little things. Like he's done little roles in some pretty prominent features. And then we have Benicio del Toro, who I know from Sicario, and he's as Frankie Four Fingers. I remember watching when we first started watching this movie. Me and my wife was like, "Isn't that the guy from Sicario?" And I'm like, "Dude, it looks just like him. I think it is him." And then eventually at the end of the movie, we looked it up and we're like, "That is the guy from Sicario." So it was cool to see him in a film, and it's funny to see him and Jason Statham and seeing them all freaking young. It's really crazy, and it's amazing to see. Like it kind of throws you off because how freaking young they are. Like when I was introduced to Jason Statham, I seen him in Transporter. I wasn't familiar with him in Snatch. I wasn't savvy to anything that he did prior to Transporter. Yeah, he's fun in this movie, but it's not something where like I feel like he was like one of my favorite characters, you know? The synopsis, the idea of this movie is really simple. It's just a simple job gone wrong, and a series of unfortunate events just keep happening one after the other to the majority of this freaking cast. Guy Ritchie, who is the director of this film, does an amazing job at directing. The camera work that he does in some of these scenes are freaking phenomenal and amazing. The boxing shots that he did, the dog chasing the hare, the Bullet Tooth Tony talking about the replicas and how he zoomed into the sides of the guns and the words written on the sides. Also, the scene where Mickey's drinking after the funeral, how it's in slow motion. And even the boxing scene when Mickey's in slow motion, they pour all the water on his head and he just like, and it just slows down. I know that became really like cliche after a while, but watching it done in the early 2000s and in older films, it really makes you appreciate where a lot of this stuff came from, right? This dude has done stuff from Rock and Rolla, both the Sherlock Holmes movies with Robert Downey Jr. Apparently, he worked on Aladdin. I didn't know he directed Aladdin, and also he did The Gentleman. The Gentleman is also a movie I have to see. I had a homeboy recommend that movie, tell me I need to watch it, and he wants me to do a spoiler review, so that might be coming soon. This is one of those movies that tells a serious story, but in a hilarious, humorous way. Each character in this movie is pretty damn funny, and even when they're not trying to be, they're still freaking funny. The pacing of the story is well done, and it keeps you engaged from beginning to end. When you think to yourself, damn, what else can go wrong? Something else happens, and it digs them into a deeper ditch. The ending to this movie is phenomenal. To me, I didn't see it really coming. And honestly, like, it just, you're going to be like, freaking Mickey, dude, freaking Mickey. All in all, I want to thank Juan, the creator and founder of Tavares XP, for basically sponsoring this video. This video is on behalf of him. It is a sponsored video by him as a patron. You can become a patron too, and I can create videos that you recommend for me to review. And that's my review. This movie is a freaking 5 out of 5. There's no thinking about it. This movie is a classic, instant classic. And I remember when Juan surprisingly told me to review this damn movie, watch this movie a long time ago, bugged the hell out of me to watch it, was like, here, I'll even let you borrow it. Eventually, I got around to buying it on DVD from like a long time ago. I bought it on DVD from a used DVD store. I watched it, enjoyed it, loved it. And then recently he was like, yo, you need to rewatch it because that's a classic. So basically he became a patron. It was like, the first movie I want you to review, Snatch. I knew it was coming. So, you know, it is what it is. So this is for you, Juan. This video is dedicated to you. Anybody else out there want me to review a specific movie, go ahead and join the Patreon account. and go ahead and start recommending me movies, and I will be glad to knock them out one by one. This is David from the 80s, and you are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. I hope you guys enjoyed this review and have a great day. And if you aren't already done so, already subscribed, make sure you do that. It helps the channel grow, and it helps me over here. So with that being said, adios.